Hello, I'm Amber Parks, the Director of Writing with Design, and thank you for joining in for our look at English sounds, both the short vowels and consonants. Why would we focus on English sounds when we're supposed to be working on writing? Well, one of the things that we know about students in writing is that it is incredibly important for them to be able to identify the sounds that they're hearing, to then associate letters with those sounds, to then be able to write. And so we are taking a inside look at the sounds that our letters make, both the vowels and the consonants. And certainly there's a lot more sounds to cover, but this is our first installment and a great place to start. So first we're going to take a look at short vowels. Here they are in an order that maybe you haven't seen them before, but it's very purposeful. As you look at how each sound is formed, you'll notice that our mouths begin very tight with I, E, A, Ah. So as I go through those vowel sounds, my mouth opens wider across and wider up and down. And that's a really wonderful way for students to kind of see a connection between the vowel sounds and also be able to isolate the different vowel sounds in terms of their mouth position. So one more time, it's I, E, A, Ah. So let's take a look at our first vowel, I. And what we like to associate with that one is that we've got an itch. So you can pull your arm up and itch. We also have inch, iguana, igloo. Our next vowel is E. And for this one, we teach the sign language motion for egg, which is you hold like you've got an egg here and you break the egg. So egg, or for the letter sound, for the vowel sound. So egg, elephant, elevators, empty. This one's a little tricky because of the sound that follows, but it is empty. And exercise. Our next vowel, we use the sign language motion for apple. So bring your hand to your cheek and we say apple. We also have the alphabet, Africa, astronaut. We have U or as our next vowel. And the motion that we make for that is like we're putting up an umbrella. So umbrella, upside down, under, up, unhappy. And lastly, our or O. So we've got otter, opera, and this is the one that we like to have students associate in terms of a movement. So you can bring your hands up like you're a singer and say So opera, octagon, octopus, ostrich, olives. So that completes our vowel sounds, and now we're going to take a look at the consonants. Our first consonant says B. So make sure as you are practicing the sounds, we don't have the sound on the end. I want you to cut that off. So we don't say ba. This letter does not say ba. It says b, b, b. Good, like b, balloons, b, bird, b, books, b, ball. This letter says k. So k, carrot, k, cake, k, comb, k, cabin. This letter says d. So not duh, d. It's a very tight sound. D, duck, d, door, d, donut, d, daisy. Our next letter, fan, fork, feet, fish. Our next letter, g, 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 goat, g, g, girls, g, g, gift, g, g, grapes. Hill, heart, hands, hammer. Our next sound, j, 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 jellyfish, j, j, jam, j, j, jump, j, j, jet. I think we've heard this sound before, haven't we? So C and K make very similar sounds. And on that note, we aren't getting into the second sounds of some of these letters in this particular presentation, but that will be coming because we want to teach our students as fast as possible all the sounds that letters can make by themselves, and then certainly all the fun and exciting things they do when they pair up with other letters. So this one again says k, 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 kitten, k, k, kite, keys, k, k, kangaroo. This letter says O, not O, 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 lemon, O, lemur, O, rock, O, leaf. Mm, 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 moth, muffin, moon, money, nest, necklace, net, nut. P. So not p, 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 parrot, p, p, pumpkin, p, p, pine cone, p, p, pear. Qu. This one is a very silent letter. Qu, 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 quiet, qu, qu, quilt, qu, qu, question mark, qu, qu, quail. So not but roses, raspberries, rabbit, rice, silly, sisters, seal, sunflower, not ta, t, 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 table, t, t, turtle, t, t, tomato, t, t, tape, v, v, vase, v, v, vegetables, v, v, vacuum, v, v, vine. W, not w, w, make it really tight. W, w, water, w, w, wave, w, w, watermelon, w, w, walrus. Now this letter, it actually makes a different sound at the beginning of a word than what we typically teach. So we aren't going to do this one for our initial sounds. We'll come back to this when we talk about final sounds. So let's move on to this letter. It says y, not ya, y, 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 yo-yo, y, y, yawn, y, y, yam, y, y, yarn. And last letter of our alphabet, Z, 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 zipper, Z, Z, zero, Z, Z, zebra, Z, Z, zigzag. So all of our sounds that we've gone over are the short vowel and all of the consonant, the single consonant sounds. We will continue to work on our additional sounds with all of the different vowel teams and R controlled vowels, along with all the consonant teams and prefixes and suffixes. So there's a whole lot to go over with students and with your children when it comes to the sounds that our letters can make. This is a wonderful way to begin to, number one, introduce the sounds, or two, to clean up the sounds that our children make when they see the different letters. It's way more important to focus on the letter sound than it is the name, because letter names don't help us spell. We need to know the sounds of the letters, so when we see them, we can associate a sound with them. One more point is just continue to watch and make sure that there is no at the end of the consonant sounds. Some of them are easier to make that sound on than others. So T, for example, the T sound, we don't want to say ta, we want to say T, T, T. So just if you hear the sound, you can almost take scissors up to your lips and cut it off. T, T, T. It helps us to shorten down the sound and make sure it's really tight. One more is the R sound. So it's not You should not be able to see your teeth when you make the sound that R makes. It's a tight sound. Our lips are pursed together. So you can think about saying any of the words that we had in the presentation to help you form your mouth correctly to make the sound. All right, have fun being sound and letter detectives, and happy writing.